Hello and welcome to my channel. In my last video I showed you how to add the front light effects and sound effects. I also mentioned about differences in the moulding. What I forgot to mention was the Power of the Force also has holes for the laser lights in both the bottom and the top. I also mentioned about the battery compartment, about these plastic here. Now these two bits of plastic are where the first contact slides down, and they've also taken a piece out here so the contact doesn't move about, and they've done the same on this side as well. That's where the battery contact goes down there so it doesn't move about. And then you've got this central piece which is now a thinner piece. You have a look at the vintage one. There's no bits that they've cut down. There's no bits either side either, and then you've got this round piece of plastic. So there is a couple of mods that you're going to have to do. I'll just show you with this. You put the battery in. The battery goes further in because it's not touching anything. Okay. When you put it in the vintage one, you can see this piece of plastic here overhangs, so if you try to push that any further in, it won't go because it's knocking that. Now you can take some of this away. You can use the original brass contacts and then you just have to solder the wires onto it, or you can do the modifications which I've done. So for this battery contact, what I've actually done is I've had to squeeze this with some pliers so you've got a bit of a tight fit on it. I've also had to cut off a piece of metal from another battery contact which I've pushed behind it, and then using a pair of pliers force this down, so that now that won't go anywhere. On the other side, what I've done is turn the original this contact upside down, and I've placed it on the outside. Then using a smaller battery contact, pushed it over the top, and it is a tight fit, so I had to use a pair of thin pliers to push that in place, and again that's not going anywhere. Another modification which you're going to have to do is to this top piece. Basically what happens is when you put the top piece on, this piece of plastic will overlap this piece of plastic here. So what you need to do is to remove, like I've done here, it's about 8, maybe 9mm of plastic, and then I've angled it. So when you put this on, the plastic then will not push down on this, otherwise it just pushes it out of place. So that's another modification you've got to do. Anyway, I think that's it. So again, thanks for watching this video.